hour, guys and gals. My name is Dale Taylor. I reside in Tucson, Arizona. I am a Diamond Executive in Zija International. It's my privilege to be able to share some information with you this morning. Normally I do a fairly well-rounded recap call of the Corporate Power Hour call. I will do that, but I just took, some copious notes last night of just some key points that some people said on the calls last night that I felt would be instrumental in everyone's success on the call this morning. Ryan Palmer last night started the call off with letting everybody know that, we're over $150 million in annual sales right now, and we are pushing strongly towards our goal of $250 million in annual sales. I guarantee you that will probably happen by convention and perhaps even doubling again before the end of the year. I know there's some new promotions coming out. We were all hoping to hear about those new promotions last night, but they're keeping a tight wrap on that. Even the Chairman's Clubs doesn't even know what's going on yet. So be paying close attention in the next couple of weeks so that you can hear that new information, those new promotions, the new tools that are beginning coming to the marketplace so that you can take full advantage of that. You know what? These new tools and promotions are really going to help us excel our businesses, making things happen. Zija's got some new room blocks. I know when they announced the corporate event on the last Power Hour call, guys and gals, within 3 days the room blocks were pretty much sold out. So there's some new room blocks. Go to ZJEvents.com. I know the Sherry Hotel, they've got some room blocks there. The Monaco, definitely plug into ZJEvents.com if you're looking to get to the event and get a room there. Momentum is building from event to event, guys and gals. I can personally attest to this because when I got involved with Zija, that's exactly how I built my business, right? The first meeting I went to, I think I had 3 people there. The second meeting I went to, I had, or a second event, I had 7 people. The next event I had 15 people at that event. The event after that, I had 20-some people at that event. The event after that, I had 50-some people. So, guys, this business is built from event to event to event. You know what? What I would suggest to each and every one of you is getting plugged in to one of the upcoming events, whether that's a Gold Rush event or other events. Get yourself to those events. If you're in a 5 to 6 hour driving range of any one of these events, you're definitely going to want to be at, especially a Gold Rush event. I know there's one coming up in Toronto. There's one coming up in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Definitely, if you got people in the Canadian market or if you live next to the Canadian border, I'd be getting to one of those events. Director of North American Sales, Jeremy Jastrup, amazing individual. He's in the field, right, guys and gals? He's in the trenches. That's one thing I love about this company. That's one of the reasons why I got involved with this company is corporate leadership is not afraid to get in the trenches and help us build this business. And that's exactly what Jeremy Jastrup and Ryan Palmer have been doing. I just want to commend some of the black diamonds, the new black diamonds in the company. Tommy Sacka spoke last night, new black diamond. One of the key things he says, right, I don't care what you do, just do something. Right? I'm going to repeat that to everybody. I don't care what you do, just do something. Ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice, guys and gals. Remember that. Ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. If you're not going to be in Utah, ask yourself why. I'm going to ask everybody that question this morning. If you're not going to be in Utah, why? I can't imagine not being a Zija distributor and not being at the corporate event and, our international event in Salt Lake City, Utah. Just can't imagine it. You know what? You're not in Zija if you're not going to be at that event. You know what? I know Tommy Sack is having an event in Nashville, Tennessee on June 14th and 15th. He's opened that up to everybody. That's at the Opryland Hotel. Ron Larson will be there. Jeremy Jastrup will be there. Guys and gals, definitely take advantage of these events. Tom Wagner, New Black Diamond, congratulations to him. He's been a restaurant owner of 16 different restaurants, right? He's having a huge event in Austin, Texas. Russ Bianchi will be there. Mr. Chris Estes will be there. That's June 29th, guys and gals. Get plugged into these events. Roger McCabe, New Black Diamond. Work on yourself and build for events. That was one of the key things he said. Winners show up to events. Losers don't show up to events, right? They don't show up to them because they're I guess, right? But winners show up to events. Like he said, not everybody that's going to be there is going to be making $10,000 a month, but everybody making $10,000 a month is going to be in that event, and I can guarantee you what? That is what I would call a clue. That is what I call a clue, guys and gals. You know, vision is caught, not taught. You can't teach vision. You have to be at the event to catch the vision, guys and gals. Hang out with positive people, right? If you hang out with 4 broke people, who's number 5? You are, right? So hang out with movers and the shakers in the companies. Get to these events, because I guarantee if you do, right, your success is going to be totally tied to you showing up to that event. That's where you get the belief. That's where you get the passion, right? It's all about showing up at events. And that event doesn't have to be a major event. It could be a PDR. It could be a Zija business briefing, right? It could be a Super Saturday. It could be a Gold Rush event. It could be an international convention. Just show up, guys and gals. I'm serious. All about showing up, right? This business is all about goals, and your goals and the goals of others, right? I know Teresa, she spoke on behalf of Roger McKay last night. It's the little people. The little people just need a chance, right? Well, here's your chance, guys and gals. Here's the little people's chance to be something big in Zija International, right? It's all about the product, and it's all about teamwork. Everybody matters. It doesn't matter whether you're a preferred customer or a distributor. Everybody matters, right? This business isn't about me. It's about other people. Congratulations, Doug and Amy Stroop, on your success. I've been here since the inception of the company, and to see how hard you guys have worked is, it's definitely a testament of what it takes to, stay in the business. You got to have passion. You got to have vision, right? Some key points that Doug listed off last night. It was all about having immediate results with the products. That's what fueled their business. Immediate results out of the products. That's one thing that's so great about our products, guys and gals, is you have immediate results. In the first 2 weeks, 7 to 15 days, people having results. The products, the compensation plan, training, systems, corporate leadership, right? Integrity within the corporate management, timing, right? Everything's in place here, guys and gals. It's all about duplication. It's all about teamwork, right? Ryan closed the call out last night. You know what? Actually, Doug's son said something last night that was profound to me, and I've heard it before, but it's right. This is a 23-year-old kid, right? You don't see many 23-year-old kids in the position that this young man is in, right? The reason why is he has a willingness to work. He has a willingness to learn, and he has a burning desire within inside of himself to succeed. So, guys and gals, if a 23-year-old child or kid can have this kind of motivation and determination, just imagine what a better place our world would be if we had more people like that, instead of sitting around and playing video games, right, and waiting for somebody else to make it happen for them. This is huge, guys and gals. Leaders lead by example. Ryan Palmer closed it out last night with one common denominator. There's one common denominator in all of Zija International, and that is team. Together, everybody achieves more. You can't do this by yourself, guys and gals. You cannot do it by yourself, so don't try to do it. Because, you're not going to have the success you want to have. Having said that, that's my little recap on last night's Power Hour call. What I thought was appropriate to share with everybody was attaining your goals and desires. So, I'm going to go through this relatively quickly. We only have about a half hour on this call this morning, right? Actually, we're down to 20 minutes already. So in 20 minutes, I'm going to facilitate some information with you about attaining your goals and your desires. I hope you got a sharp pen and some paper out in front of you so you can take some copious notes. Everybody wants something in life, whether it's love, money, success, recognition, yet too many people fail to realize their desires, and nearly all of them for the same reason. They seem to go whichever way the wheel turns, as if there's no control over their situation. If their vehicle takes them to places they've never intended to be, or crashes into a brick wall of utter despair, are we just to chalk this up to cruelty or fate? Not. I don't think so. me wrong. I realize that truly horrible things do happen to folks, and that the fact is that this can happen through no fault of their own. Gigantic obstacles are placed in our daily way, and sometimes these seem absolutely insurmountable. Generally speaking, however, getting what you really want out of life is a matter of 3 or possibly 4 simple steps, but we must have both hands on the wheel in order for us to avoid these encounters with failure. First being, this may seem like a no-brainer to many of us, but we as individuals have to decide what it is we want the most. Decide what to aim for, and do it with some accuracy, guys and gals. Be laser focused, hence the word focus. What does focus stand for? Follow one course until successful. Don't make a laundry list of wishes, if you will, but focus on one thing at a time. If you're not sure where you want to go, then there's no point in getting in the vehicle in the first place, because all of you're going to do is drive around and waste your time and burn up your gas or burn yourself out. Secondly, create an action plan. This will be your roadmap, per se, for getting you from point A, where you are right now, to point B, where you want to go. So, you know what you want. Now what are the steps you're willing to take to get it? Right? Some things are obvious. If you want a better job, or if you're simply want to be a better recruiter in Siege International, it starts with a skills assessment and maybe some additional training. Then you'll need to sell yourself and your skills either to the present employer for a promotion into a new position you want, or to a new prospect that you're sharing our product and our opportunity with. Other goals will require a bit more thought. These goals will really leave you dumbfounded without a clue of what's out there and how to get it. Not to worry. No matter where it is you want to go, somewhere, someone has already probably been there. So what did they do to get it? What did they do to get themselves there? What road did they take? I strongly suggest that one looks to their upline for suggestions to what they did to get to where they are. What books, biographies, and such did they read that got them there? That can be of some real help here, guys and gals, with this industry. So pick up the phone and call your upline, right? It's one thing to sponsor, to sign somebody up in Zija. It's another to sponsor people. See, I don't sign people up. I did that in my first couple network marketing companies. I just signed them up. I was throwing spaghetti at the wall and waiting to see how much of it stuck. Don't do that, right? It's just a hope and a dream. You need to sponsor people, right? Plug into your upline, guys and gals. That's what they're there for. They're there. They have a vested interest in your success, right? Plug into ZG University, or hit the big bookstores if you need, help, or you need some guidelines on that, okay? Remember this. There are no stupid questions. There are no stupid questions in ZG International, guys and gals. The only stupid question is the one that you don't ask. That you just go out there and try to do something on your own. Doesn't work, right? There's a system here. The wheel has already been created. Just bolt it on and go. It goes 150 miles an hour. Here's a square. You're going to have to beat the edges off of it, okay? Get ideas. Get advice. Create a good roadmap for yourself and know where you're going. Write it down. Make sure you can read it every day. If you got to write it on your mirror at home, do that, right? If you got to put it on your vision board, put it on your vision board. If you got to write it on the mirror of your car, right, put it there so you've seen it every day. Another option would be listening to CDs from industry experts like Jim Rohn, right? He's one of my favorites. Les Brown, Brian Tracy, Stephen Covey. I got over $10,000 worth of CDs in my vehicle, right? I'm constantly listening to good advice from people, right? You know what? Somebody told me about this stuff when I was in high school, and I wasn't time to listen to that. I was too busy listening to AC/DC and all the other rock stars out there, right? I wasn't learning anything from that. Imagine being 23 years old right now and getting a second chance on this and listening to this stuff. I'd have been retired before I was 25, right? Wouldn't never had to worry about income again. Remember this, guys and gal. If your why is large enough, the how to do it will not matter. I'm going to repeat that. If your why is large enough, the how will not matter. The third and final step is execution. This has to be the single biggest part of your desire. Do what you planned. Execution. Do what you plan. Take steps you outline on your roadmap and be persistent. If you run into naysayers, simply ignore them. We know they're out there. There's not many of them. They just get around a lot. But there are naysayers out there. Simply ignore them. Everyone who ever did anything great always ran into naysayers. And I'll give you an example of that. Right? When I got involved with this industry, the first naysayer I ran into was my parents. Right? They were naysayers, right? They were used to working, the 40-40-40 plan, right? My dad, he always was an entrepreneur, but right, he didn't believe in doing things other than the hard way. I don't want to do things the hard way. I want to do things the easy way, the quick way, right? My parents told me, Dale, do not get involved in that industry. It's going to do nothing but take your money. Well, you know what? I've been making a full-time income for 7 years, the 23rd of August. 7 years with this company, full-time income. You know what? I proved that naysayers, they don't know what they're talking about. You know what? I just took Les Brown's advice. You know what? And you know how he said it? I'm simply going to fail my way to success. Simply fail your way to success, guys and gals. Was I perfect? Did I go right to the top of this company? No, I did not. Right? It took some navigation in which to get there. Never take your eyes off the goals, guys and gals. Keep pushing. Whatever you do, this is one common denominator that was on the call last night. Do not give up until you have what you desire in your hand. I'm going to repeat that. Do not give up until you have what you desire in your hands. Never, ever give in to a notion that you can't get there from where you are. Because guys and gals, you can get there no matter where you are in life right now. I'm gonna guarantee you that. But it's gonna take some effort on your part. I personally swore an oath on my life when I first went into business for myself and that was back when I was 18 years old, right? That I would never quit on myself because I was not a quitter. Right? I would never quit on myself because I was not a quitter. Right? I walked into my job at 18 years old and my boss said, Dale, you know what? You're a little headstrong. I don't think we can work together anymore. I think you need to be your own boss. I said, you know what? You're right. I quit. And I went out and I started my own business at 18 years old and I never looked back. So what am I saying to you? Decide. Decide within yourself. Plan your roadmap. And then more importantly, execute that roadmap. It's that simple. It really is. Plan your week and then spend the rest of the week working your plan. About that 4 steps, sometimes your actions may not get you where you want to be. Maybe something is missing. Maybe one step is not quite right. If you find this to be the case after exercising your full patience and persistence, you simply must rework the steps of your plan, guys and gals. You might have to alter your plan. My plan when I got involved with ZJ International is I wanted to go diamond right out of the gate. Right? First 6 months I wanted to go diamond. Right? I had a roadmap in place. I had a track to run on. Right? I put that plan into place. Did I achieve it? No. First 6 months of this company, I became an emerald in the company. Right? I became an emerald. So I didn't reach my goal. But you know what? I went back and I fine-tuned that roadmap. Right? And I plugged back in and I kicked myself in the pants and said, Dale, you can do this. Right? And I plugged back in and I achieved my goal in 8 months. Reach up to your leaders, guys and gals. Have them look at it with you if they need to. Figure out what's missing and get back at it as quickly as possible. It's just like following a map through a place you've never been before. Right? If you find yourself taking a particular road that takes you to the wrong town, rather than turning around and going home, meaning giving up, take a second look at your map. Figure out where you made the wrong turn and get back on track, right? Correct your path and get back where you want to go, guys and gals. It's simple as that, right? You might have to tweak your map a little bit. A good example would be me trying to be the expert versus not following the system, using the tools, conference calls, DVDs, CDs, newspapers, and 3-way calls here at ZJ International. Right? When I first got involved with ZJ, this was all taught to me, right? Dale, there's a very simple duplicatable system. All you need to do is plug into that system and follow every step of it. And if you do, you will have success. Well, because I was a business owner, I thought I knew it all. So what I did is I went out there and I tried to do it by myself. I was ready to quit after the first 30 days because it didn't work. Right? I created the list. That's the only thing I did. I had 50 people on my list. I talked to all 50 people. I told them all about it. Right? I tried to answer their questions. Nobody joined my business. It wasn't until I plugged into the system, right? The very simple duplicatable system. And it's mentioned several different ways on ZG University, right? And through some of the different leaders. I know it is invitation, presentation, validation. You may have heard it as peak, present, and pass, right? It's all the same thing. It's all the same system, guys and gals. If you follow that system, you will have success. Whatever you do, just keep both hands on the wheel of persistence, that is. So I'm going to define the persistence here. One of the keys to being successful in anything you do is persistence. Persistence and patience are two wheels. Whenever there is persistence, patience must be coexisting. If not, you'll be like a bike hanging in a garage. Seriously, let's clarify the word persistent. It's the ability to persist on an instance. And what do I mean by an instance? Right? We, guys and gals, we walk by 7 to 10 people a day that would take us to Black Diamond in this company, but the question is, are you going to say anything to them or not? Are you going to step out of your comfort zone and say something to them? Once you realize and determine exactly what it is you want to achieve, we must all take a significant and considerate actions using a good plan of consistent and persistent basis in that direction to succeed. What do I mean? Getting out into the marketplace and talking to people every single day, right? I dug dirt for a living. I didn't know how to talk to people. I stumbled on my words. I said things I shouldn't have. You know what? I blew some people out of the water. What did I do? I got back on track, right? And I did it again. I kept doing it and doing it and doing it until I got better and better and better at it. I ended up getting the award. I'm not, patting myself on the back here, but it was just my persistence. I got the award of the top recruiter of the year for 3.5 years in a row. That was because I was determined. I was persistent. I wanted this so bad I was going to do anything to get it. Think of it like building a muscle, guys and gals. If you've ever exercised before and you went to the gym for the first time, chances are you were not able to bench press 100 pounds right off the get-go. However, if you're persistent and you consistently go back to the gym on a regular basis, you will find yourself getting stronger and closer to your goal or objective with each and every visit. It's no different than going out into the marketplace and talking to people, guys and gals. It's the same concept. Let me present this to you in another analogy. My ability to recruit new people. This did not happen overnight. It took lots of practice, and when I mean practice, I mean daily practice. Trial and error. Going out and talking to people and saying the wrong things and making necessary corrections in my verbiage or posture to change the outcome. Perhaps some of this was just getting my share of no's, because it's all about the no's, guys and gals. This is a numbers game, remember? The fact of the matter is, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. I guess my point here is simply this. I had to make the determination I was going to overcome my fear of talking to strangers, and I was focused on this, and through persistence, I overcame my objective, that objective being my fears of talking to strangers. I had one of those aha moments when a previous sponsor said it to me like this. He said, Dale, if you died tomorrow, would that person that you were going to expose to the opportunity of Zeeg International, would they come to your funeral? And the answer was no. And if they did come, would they cry? The answer was no again. Probably not. They wouldn't cry. Then he asked me a simple question. What did I have to lose by exposing that individual to the information? I had nothing to lose and everything to gain from that day forward. One of the things you'll observe on your way towards your goal are speed breakers, guys and gals. That is, you will encounter obstacles that seem to jump out of nowhere in an attempt to slow you down in your progress. Count on these obstacles. They're part of the success, right? It's not, about the problem. It's what you learn from the problem. These speed breakers come in many shapes, sizes, and here's an example that I have, that I've encountered myself. Life. Life happens, guys and gals. Adversity is going to be there whether you want it to or not. Obstacles are going to be are going to be placed in your path to get you off a track. The question now becomes, do we learn or grow from the obstacle, or do we get derailed? See, when I first got involved in this industry 13 years ago, I got derailed. Every time an obstacle came around, derail got derailed, derail again. Everyone would have every success they ever wanted if there were no obstacles in life. Your job is to be persistent and work through those obstacles. If you find you're having little or no obstacles along the way, chances are you're not really challenging yourself, guys and gals. Think about it. Example of me talking to 47 people and getting 47 no's, right? A person realizes their potential when he or she is pushing the boundaries, right? So when you do reach your goal, so when you do reach that goal, you experience the feeling of sweet success. So make your goal a specialized and challenging one. If you take the time to study any successful person in this industry, you will learn that the vast majority of them have had more failures than they have had success. I'm going to repeat that. You will find that most people have had more failures than they have had success. This is because successful people are persistent. They stumble more and they fall more, then they get right back up and they get going again. On the other hand, the people that don't get back up and try it again, they never reach the success. Now, here's a couple examples real quick, guys and gals. Colonel Sanders spent 2 years driving around the United States looking for restaurants to buy his chicken recipe. He was turned down nearly 1,000 times. How successful is Kentucky Fried Chicken today? India got freedom because of the persistence and patience of great revolutionaries in their objective to make India free. Having said this, keep in mind that you must consistently reevaluate your circumstances in the approach you are using to reach your goal. There is no sense in being persistent at something that you're not doing correctly. Sometimes you must modify your approach along the way, guys and gals. Every time you do something, learn from it, and therefore find a better way to do it, right? The calls that our organization facilitates on a weekly basis and the events that happen quarterly here at Zeed International have been the single largest contributing factor to my growth and many of my other people's growth, right? Other than my own desire and persistence to be better and to rise to the top of Zeed International, I want everyone to understand that I was not able to assimilate everything that was being facilitated to me. Don't feel overwhelmed by this, guys and gals. You don't have to. Just get out there and do the necessary things that you need to. I took bits and pieces from here and there and molded them into what I have today. No other leader has done anything different. That's the system that we do. I ask you a simple question. How bad do you want your dreams to happen? What are you willing to do to make those goals achievable, right? If you want to be a success as bad as I wanted it for myself, then you too will reach down and pull out your roadmap and put both hands on the wheel of persistence and have the patience to drive yourself to the destination that you desire in Zeed International, guys and gals. That's being at these events, right? Being at the convention, right? As soon as they announced it on the last Corporate Power Hour call a month ago, I made my registration. Right? I booked my rooms. I not only booked rooms for me, but I booked rooms for a whole bunch of people, right? Because I knew that they didn't have the vision and the mindset that I had. Please remember this one key point. Not everyone has the same desired destination, and that is okay. Not everyone has the same desire or the same desired destination in life, and that's okay. I say that because it takes individuals all levels to make up an organization. And the true fact of the matter is, we are only looking about for 5 to 8 key individuals who have the same persistent or same desires that we have in life, and we go all the way to Diamond Elite. Black Diamond, right? 8 people in Black Diamond. 8 committed people in your Black Diamond, right? In closing, guys and gals, is the journey worth it? Absolutely it is worth it, right? It's absolutely worth it. Having said that, the next event is tonight. I've got a little bit over here. The next event is tonight, and that is Straight Talk with Russ Bianchi. My question to each and every one of you would be, how many people will you have on Straight Talk tonight? Guys and gals, it's not just about driving people to those events. Educate your people, right? We can have more success in this company if we are all out teaching people the proper way to get on our conference calls, right? I'd hate to see somebody go out there and share with a Chris Estes, but Chris Estes didn't get involved because somebody was horsing around on the conference call. Educate your people. Hey, when you dial in, it's going to be exciting. Announce yourself and press *6. Announce yourself and hit the mute button on your phone so that other people can announce themselves. Having said that, guys and gals, I've got a little bit past the bottom of the hour here. I am going to open up for any emeralds and above if they have anything they would like to comment on this morning's call or anything they'd like to promote. The call is now open to emeralds and above. Going once. Going twice. Alright, guys and gals, well, you know what? It's been a super exciting time to be able to share some information with you. I hope each and every one of you got something out of the call this morning. It's been my privilege to share that information with you. And all I can say is, you know what? How many people are you going to expose today? How many people on your team are you going to help get to the summit in Salt Lake City, Utah? You know, when I first got involved in this industry, I didn't have the money to go to the first event. I actually slept in the lobby of the hotel. I had just enough money to get to the event. I didn't eat for 3 days because I didn't have the money. Right? I couldn't afford a hotel room. I ran around in the lobby and I had to skirt the doorman for 3 nights in a row just to be able to be at that event. The next event I went to, right, about 6 or 7 of us teamed up and got a room together. I slept in the bathtub. Right? I took some pillows and some blankets and threw them in the tub, and that's where I slept. Right? I was committed. I would do whatever I had to do to make this company or this opportunity happen for me. Right? I was sick and tired of working, my job, my construction company. It was a hard way to make a living. So, guys and gals, is this a get-rich-quick scheme? Absolutely not. But it's quicker than anything I've ever seen in any industry. Right? It's a 3 to 5 year plan, and if you do it properly and you plug into the system that we have in play, right, you can have as much success as you want. So everybody, I hope you have a fantastic day, and we will meet you at the top. The lines are now open.